Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, this is the Challenger All-Terrain Concept. Now this is actually just a design study done by a fellow by the name of Joey Reuter. Now Mr. Reuter actually built this particular vehicle, technically not built it in the real world, but in the virtual world, but it's a pretty slick piece of kit. It's basically a Dodge Challenger with an off-road chassis and long travel suspension on all four corners. Basically, think of it as a Baja 1000 vehicle with a Challenger body on top of it. Now, Mr. Reuter said that actually the plans for this vehicle, if it were ever to be built, would be more likely to be powered by the normally aspirated V6, just basically for weight balance. But he also hinted that that Hellcat 6.2-liter Hemi supercharged V8 would work quite nicely in this machine as well. Now, the actual chance of this vehicle ever being built are probably slim to none, but if it ever does, it's going to be pretty doggone awesome. Obviously, it won't be a production vehicle, but it'd be pretty cool to see it out and about, and nonetheless. Next up on the list, well, I'm only a handful of minutes away, or at least, well, that just happened from the taping of this particular program at least, of the reveal of the brand new 2015 Mazda MX5 Miata. And I have to say that Mazda has absolutely knocked it out of the park. Look at how low slung that front nose is. Really shark-like looking. This is a very handsome automobile. Especially when you look from the profile. This thing has a little hints of maybe Jaguar F-Type, maybe Honda S2000. But the thing looks very little to none like the outgoing MX5. Maybe other than the windscreen and the roll hoops are pretty much about the only thing that looks anything like the old version of the MX5. But they've done a very nice job. Now, oddly enough, during this entire press conference, there was little to nothing talked about specifications on this machine. So we don't know the horsepower, we don't know the displacement of the engine. All we basically know is that it's going to be rear-wheel drive, and that's pretty much it. And it's going to be front-engined. That's still pretty much it. The only thing they really talked about in this entire deal was the brand new interior, which you can take one look at this and showing off that it is going to have a manual transmission variant. So they've gone through the entire interior and done a lot of soft touch materials, not to mention it's very driver centric, much like the past editions of the MX5 Miata. Now, the weirdest thing of this deal, the press conference only lasted about a half hour, streamed over the interwebs. It actually just ended only a handful of minutes before the taping of this particular program. But oddly enough, it only lasted about a half hour. Little to nothing was actually talked about, like I said, about specifications, and most of it was actually covered by the band Duran Duran. So that was kind of on the interesting side. But hopefully we'll get some more goodies on this particular machine very, very soon, and we'll keep you in tune of it when they get here. Last up on the list, you may remember from one of the last episodes, we talked about this particular machine, which is the brand new Renault Sport RS01. This was a full-blown race car that Renault Sport is working on, quite possibly going to take it to Le Mans maybe in the next several years. Well, the actual builder of this particular machine was a company called Dallara. Dallara actually, like I said in one of the past shows, has built every vehicle that was on the 2014 Indianapolis 500 starting grid. Dallara has built many world-breaking race cars over the past several years, but they've never built a road car. There's a lot of rumors floating about that Dallara may be thinking about as early as 2017 about building a road car that's going to be ultra lightweight. They're talking to me it's going to be under 2,000 pounds. The displacement of the engine's not known, but they're talking maybe only around 300 horsepower. You're not going to need much power to push around that kind of weight. Now, it'll be very interesting to see what other little tidbits may come out over the next couple of 3 years until this machine's actually built. So we'll keep you in tune of it because it's pretty doggone exciting stuff. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, got some more pictures of that Mazda Miata. I'll put up some of the stuff that I found out there so far. Also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.